It was a chilly autumn morning when the Miller family decided to take a walk by the river. The air was crisp, and the rustling leaves whispered the arrival of winter. As they strolled along the muddy banks, 12-year-old Emily suddenly heard faint cries. She stopped in her tracks, her heart pounding. "Dad, listen. It sounds like crying," she whispered. They followed the sound and found a small beaver kit stuck in the thick mud, trembling and weak. Its tiny body was covered in dirt, and its eyes, full of fear, looked up at them as if pleading for help. Without hesitation, Mr. Miller waded into the mud and gently scooped the frightened creature into his arms. "It's so young," he said softly. "It won't survive alone." The family decided to take the beaver home. They named him Benny. At first, Benny was timid and refused to eat. Emily spent hours by his side, talking to him, offering tiny bits of fruit and water. Gradually, Benny began to trust them. Weeks turned into months, and Benny transformed from a frail, frightened creature into a playful and mischievous member of the family. He loved to build small dams in the backyard using sticks and anything else he could find, including Emily's shoes. The Millers couldn't help but laugh at his antics. One snowy evening, as the family gathered by the fireplace, Benny waddled over and climbed onto Emily's lap. He nuzzled against her, his small heart beating steadily. Emily smiled, tears welling up in her eyes. "You saved us as much as we saved you," she whispered. Years later, Benny grew strong enough to return to the wild. The day the Millers released him by the river was bittersweet. Benny hesitated, looking back at them one last time before disappearing into the water. Though their hearts ached, they knew they had given him a second chance at life. And in return, Benny had taught them the true meaning of compassion and love.